A very good evening and welcome to yet another edition of the S101's Visual Radio. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Jad Abdeen. We start off with a look at your headlines.
Newsfirst headline.
In headlines, 34 parties ink agreement to support Ranil. Sajid Premadasa in Kandy to obtain blessings. Ex-PM's daughter picked as youngest ever Thai leader. And in your top story, 34 parties inked an agreement to support Ranil Wickremesinghe in the presidential election this morning. The convention was held under the theme Puluwang Sri Lanka. Several party representatives attended the ceremony held in Battaramulla, chaired by President Ranil Wickremesinghe. And also in more local news, presidential candidate of the Samagijana Balawegya, Sajid Premadasa, says he is committed to creating a developed nation that brings development to all. Opposition leader Sajid Premadasa worshipped the sacred relics at the Temple of the Truth in Kandy today and sought blessings. Sajid Premadasa also joined the morning Thevava at the premises. Premadasa also called upon the Mahanayaka of the Malwatu chapter of the Siam sect, Most Venerable Tibbatuwe Sri Sumangala Thera at the Malwatu Mahaviharaya, and informed him of his upcoming program. Sajid Premadasa also visited the Asgiri Mahavihara and called upon the Mahanayaka of the Asgiri chapter of the Siam sect, Most Venerable Warakagoda Sri Jnana Ratana Thera, and sought blessings. And also in more local news, presidential candidate Anurakumara Dissanayake says the National People's Power has the most honest and capable team to rebuild the country. Dissanayake visited the Sri Vidyavasa Pirivena in Mihirigama and sought blessings from the Mahanayaka of the Lanka Ramanya sect, Most Venerable Makulave Vimala Thera. Speaking to media following his visit, Dissanayake contrasted his vision with the past political failures, criticizing those who contributed to the Rajapaksa administration's shortcomings. He argued that the future requires fresh leadership with integrity and a clear plan, asserting that the National People's Power has these qualities and is best positioned to drive meaningful change. Up next is international news.
International news.
In news overseas, Thailand's parliament has picked the daughter of billionaire tycoon and former leader Thaksin as prime minister. At 37, she will be the country's youngest prime minister and the second woman in the post after her aunt Yingluck. Her selection comes just 2 days after former Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin was dismissed by a constitutional court. She is the fourth member of the Shinawatra clan to become prime minister in the past 2 decades. Up next is your update on sports.
Sports news.
And in sports, the United States Tennis Association says former champions Naomi Osaka, Bianca Andreescu and Stan Wawrinka have received singles main draw wildcards into the US Open. Japan's Osaka, who counts the 2018 and 2020 US Opens among her 4 Grand Slam titles, returned to the competition in January after the birth of her daughter and has advanced to the 3rd round or better at 4 WTA 1000 events this season. Canada's Andreescu, the 2019 US Open champion, returned to action this year after missing 9 months due to a back injury and reached the French Open 3rd round in her first event back. And with that, we wrap up this edition of the S101's Visual Radio. For the News First team, I've been Shuad Abdin. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.